See, talking about leadership training, question is where does the leadership training start? That's the first thing. Leadership training doesn't start when you get into a leader's role in the corporate world. No, it actually starts at a very early stage. First is how do you solve your own problems? Everybody in life will have problems. So, do you take help from others to solve, or do you think over it, solve on your own? So that is stage one, where if you want to take help from others, then obviously that is not really leadership. A leader should be able to solve his own problems. That is the first stage of leadership. And I would call that self leadership. You're leading your own self. So, whatever qualities you think a leader needs, for example, as I said, problem solving, could be decision making, anything else, whatever you think that the leader must have these qualities, you need to develop them with your own self first. Self leadership, where you solve your own problems, you do your own things, whatever needs to be done, you take your own decisions. Then it comes to within the family. That is the next stage. That is within the family, who is a leader, or how do you become a leader in the family? Now, in the family, obviously, your siblings will have issues, and sometimes even your parents could have issues. So, at that stage, are you stepping in and not start saying I'm a leader or something, but are you giving suggestions to say, yes, why not we try this, or can we do this, or can we do it that way? Of course, if you don't have ideas, you could just set the ball rolling to say, okay, what do you think? How should we tackle this issue or this problem or whatever it may be? So that is another stage of leadership where you're developing. Of course, in corporate world there are four separate stages of leadership, where first we talk about being appointed as a leader, and then we talk about other things like being accepted as a leader, and then being useful to the company. That's a separate thing. I'll come to all those four stages later. But right now it's learning leadership or developing. So first is your own self, then it's within the family, then similar things within the probably your college or your school, or when you go for any camps or trekking or something. Those kind of things, even in your society programs. For example, Ganesh Chaturthi, we had recent festival. So do you take leadership or roles, or do you take it on you to start organizing certain things, leading certain things, or planning out certain things, and bringing them to the logical conclusion? So all that is your leadership base or your leadership training, right from young age, right from small till you become big. And then when you get into the corporate world, leadership should be like, a second nature. It shouldn't happen that you should start thinking and start saying, "Oh, I want leadership training." It should be a second nature that you're doing it, and it develops, it happens over a period of time. So, yes, corporate leadership is a lot. Of course, I myself take courses in corporate leadership. And one of the courses which I take is next generation leadership. That means how the youngsters can develop into leaders when they grow up, and when they. So there are proper courses for that, and that can be tackled at a later level. But in the initial stages, you have to look at whatever I told you right from young age to start developing as a leader. And well, when you start with that, then later on, as you go along, you will develop more and more. And then, of course, there are a lot of other things to talk about, aspects of leadership, which we can discuss at some other point of time. Thank you.